First onto the scene in 1978 with the album Bat Out of Hell, which went on to become one of the biggest selling albums of all time, somewhere in excess of 30 million copies, and the biggest ever album in Australian music history. The sequel in 1993 was also a #1 hit in 29 countries, and now the trilogy is complete with the release of Bat Out of Hell 3, The Monster is Loose. It is a great pleasure to welcome the great man himself into the studio, along with a singer who features on the album, Marion Raven and Meat Loaf. Welcome.
Thanks, Richard.
Lovely to see you. Nice to see you, Marion.
Say hello, dear. There you go.
Quite a big act to follow, Meat. Tell us about the decision to go with...
Marion is a big act. Yeah, she's a big act to follow.
Decision.
Yeah, it's a big act to follow. You kidding? Looking like that, it's hard.
Tell us about the decision to go with her.
Well, Jim Steinman really made the decision. He called me up. Time passes fast when you get old, so I never know how long it is. But he called me up and said, "Look, let's do Bat 3." Because it kind of happens out of the blue when these things go. So he was kind of the impetus behind the whole movement to start Bat 3, and started sending me songs and talking on the phone, and so we just moved forward with it, and it was a pretty logical decision. But it does take a long time. I mean, 16 years between the two, and now 13 years, and it doesn't seem possible it was 13 years.
Marion, you're a big star in Norway, where you were born, and also throughout Asia with your group M2M. But working with Meat Loaf, tell me how it came about and how exciting it is.
I was writing with Desmond Child for my own album when he played me the song and asked if I wanted to sing on it, and I didn't have to think about it twice. I just said yes and went straight to the studio.
Well, the song, because every one of Meat's albums has a big duet on it, and the one you're doing was a hit for Celine Dion, but it's a Meat Loaf song. It was written for you.
I said 87% of the people who heard the song at first always went, "What? That sounds like a Meat Loaf song," and they were right. And I first got the song in '86. Jim Steinman sent me the song in '86, and usually when I get a Jim Steinman song, and I start laughing at the lyrics because I always find them really funny, and Jim does too. And this one I became really emotional over, and I called Jim. I heard it about 4 times. I called Jim on the phone. I was going, "Oh, Jim, God, this song." And Jimmy starts laughing at me. He goes, "Boy, you emotional." I said, "Yeah." I said, "This is an amazing song." Because it was really, when I heard it, what I felt was, because Jim and I kind of been separated for about 5 years. And all of a sudden we had gone back to his house, we were working together again, and he sends me this song called "It's All Coming Back to Me Now." And so I took it really literal about Jim Steinman and myself. So I've been emotionally attached to this song for a long time. But I just didn't ever think that, you know, it would be really good if Jim and I sang it as a duet. It would be a little strange. So I thought, you know, Marion was perfect. And she looks better than Jim, too.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Jim's not a bad-looking guy. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong about that. But compared to Marion, even Jim would go, "Yeah, okay, I can understand that."
This is quite a kickstart to your career internationally, isn't it, Marion?
Oh, yeah, it is. It's a big step the right way.
And you've got your own stuff coming out again early next year?
Yeah, early next year.
Okay.
And it's very good, by the way. I should add.
Thank you.
And a friend of mine, James Michael, produced her records, and James is featured on Bat 3 and Nikki 6 and different people, and it's very good.
Meat Loaf, Marion, thank you so much for coming. And Bat Out of Hell 3, The Monster is Loose, opens and is released here in Australia in October.
Yes, it is. And the monster is loose!
Meat Loaf, thank you.
I have to be loud at least once.